Guadalupe Bracho Pérez-Gavilán copyright res Gavila tilde inverted exclamation point N. Better known as Andrea Palma was a Mexican film, stage and television actress. She was considered the first major female star of the Mexican cinema after her role in the Mexican film La Mujer del Puerto. Guadalupe Bracho Pérez-Gavilán copyright res Gavila tilde inverted exclamation point N was one of 11 children of Julio Bracho Zuloaga, born in Durango, a wealthy land and textile factory owner who lost all his possessions during the Mexican Revolution. One of her brothers was the film director Julio Bracho. Her cousins were the Hollywood actors Ramon Novarro and Dolores. Bracho moved his family to Mexico City, where Andrea became interested in theater during her school years, and later in fashion and hat design. She entered the hat business in the early 1920s, and opened her own shop, called Casa Andrea Known in the theater world. She had her first opportunity replacing her friend, the Mexican actress Isabela Corona, when the actress gave birth to a child. She closed the shop and remained with the theater company, and traveled to the United States, where she stayed until the early 1930s, helped by a young and struggling Cecil Kellaway, having small roles in the films of her cousins Dolores and Rama tilde superscript 3N Novarro, and as hat and makeup consultant for Marlene Dietrich, when the German actress arrived in Hollywood. When she was called from Mexico, and offered the role of Rosario in the film La Mujer del Puerto, it was Dietrich's style that inspired her in creating her character. La Mujer del Puerto became an instant success and Palma became a superstar, practically overnight. In the succeeding years, she was much in demand. Her next movie was completely opposite to Rosario, playing the famous 17th century poet, playwright and nun Sor Juana tilde copyright Estela Cruz. She returned to Hollywood to make 2 Latin films, took a 4-year break doing theater, and in 1943 she was directed by her brother Julio Bracho in the classic melodrama Distinto Amaniza. She played Julieta, a frustrated wife during the day, and a prostitute during the night. She appeared in other movies like El Rosario, Las Buetas Ober el Tejardo and La Cárcel de la Zorra. In 1948, Palma participated in A Tarzan Vehicle, Tarzan and the Mermaid starring Johnny Weissmuller. She traveled to Spain to perform in a play, and during rehearsals she met actor Enrique Darraz, whom she married. When she returned to Mexico, she was no longer considered a young leading lady, and became specialized in character roles. In the 1950s she was in 2 classic Rumberas film productions, and huge commercial successes starring Cuban superstar Nina tilde superscript 3N Sevilla and directed by Alberto Gaut, playing a mean brothel owner in Aventurera, and a suffering wife in Sensualidad. She filmed other movies like Mujer Cinema tilde plus or minus Ana, with Carmen Montejo and Leticia Palma, and Eugenia Grandet with Margarela tilde superscript 3Pez. In 1955 she worked with Luis Bua tilde plus or minus Ulin in Se Odoran Crimen. In the late 1950s, she appears next to Libertad Lamak in La Mujer que no tuvo infancia, Maria F. tilde copyright Licks in Miércoles de Ceniza, and Dolores del Raro in A Circumflex inverted question mark A Don Van Nuestros Hijos, among others. Although she worked in the Mexican film industry until the 1970s, Andrea Palma concentrated in television and theater since the late 1950s, including her weekly appearance as hostess of the popular series La Novela Semanal, based on literature classics, until her retirement in 1979 due to an illness. Her last role was with her niece and goddaughter Diana Bracho in the series A tilde Guerra.